Welcome to The American Dream, a national show that highlights real estate, lifestyles, and culture. I'm your host, Craig Sewing. Today's episode, we're going to go to the Big Apple, New York City, one of the greatest cities on the planet. We got a great show lined up for you. Picking up where we left off last week, let's get this show started right now.
Hands can be so weak.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain of the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about the show? It's totally unscripted.
Today's show is centered around New York City, the Big Apple, one of my favorite cities on the planet. But before we go there, The American Dream highlights what's happening in neighborhoods all across the country, including your own backyard. Let's go check out your first local market update.
Hi, welcome to this episode of American Dream. We're here today at the Boise Center on the Grove, but we're here to experience the Festival of Trees. It's the 36th annual event where all these trees get decorated by volunteers. We're gonna meet up with Brad and Cindy. They're the co-chairs for the 2019 Festival of Trees. All right, so we're here with Brad and Cindy Williams. They're the co-chairs for the 2019 Festival of Trees. Thank you guys for having us. I appreciate it.
Our pleasure. Welcome.
Yes. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful today.
You know, it's all volunteers. Professional florists, decorators, and amateur decorators have created this. And it wouldn't be the Festival of Trees unless we had these trees. So we're so grateful for their gift of time, talent, and treasure.
You know, this is the 36th annual, right?
It is, absolutely. Yes, it started in 1984 with 12 trees. Now we're at 84.
84, and that's the max you guys can have, right?
Big trees, yes. But we also have over 360 wreaths and tabletop decorations, which are also for sale. They're all donated.
You guys actually start setting up on Monday?
We actually started Sunday. Move-in day is Sunday, and it is the most fascinating process I've ever participated in. We walked in at 8. The back doors to the center open up, and there's 2 semis there with trees and boxes and decorations, and then volunteers come in, and everybody knows where they're supposed to go.
It's like everybody's coming out of the woodwork, right?
They do, and it's an orchestrated, chaotic.
Choreographed, yes.
Oh, it's amazing. We just tried to stay out of the way.
Have you guys ever decorated one of these trees here?
Actually, yes. In my former years when I worked for a bank in town, we had a tree every year. And I will say that was before they were pre-lit trees. So we spent weeks and hours of just putting those lights on because the more the better.
I think the most memorable thing is being able to speak about the beneficiary this year of the festival. I mean, it's the mobile outreach program for the buses. They go to all the rural areas up in parts of Oregon and Idaho. They serve nearly 4,000 patients a year.
At the end of the day, the money that's raised, we want as much of it to go towards the beneficiary.
That's right.
And the sponsorships help to offset the expenses of putting something like this on.
That's great. The Festival of Trees, to me, makes me think of family because it kind of brings the community. It doesn't matter if you're young or old. My mother-in-law, she's passed, but she used to come every Friday with us, and we would walk through, and that was our tradition that we created. And it's kind of, it warms your heart just to come through, and it's like kicks off the festival of the holiday season. Well, thank you guys so much for having us here this evening to check out the Festival of Trees. I appreciate all the work you guys have done for the community and showing us around. Hopefully next year we'll be able to hook up and we can see it again.
We would love to.
All right. Thank you
Happy
so much,
holidays.
Cindy.
You bet.
Thank you, Brad. I
Thanks,
appreciate it.
AJ.
Have a great evening.
Okay.
Thanks. Thank you for joining me at Festival of Trees this year. We've been able to showcase all the different events, what they do, and the charitable contributions they make. We'll catch you next time on The American Dream.
Boise has a booming startup and technology scene, from side hustles to global companies and even established venture capitalist firms. Boise has become a mecca for entrepreneurs and investors, and Trailhead Boise is where a lot of these companies take root. So let's go inside and see what Trailhead's all about. All right, we made it inside. It's nice and warm. People are working. Here with Matt, program manager here in Trailhead, and really just wanted to see what Trailhead's all about.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Jesse.
Yeah.
And we're a co-working space and startup hub. Our aim is to help entrepreneurs and startups of all types start and scale their businesses. So you'll see and meet a few members that work in the space. We also put on a lot of programs which I help manage, including experiential learning opportunities, including pitch nights. We also put on a large event every year called Boise Startup Week, which we have a really cool pitch competition as part of that, where we partner with Albertsons to showcase a food product startup. I have a lot of opportunities here to network, reach out to mentors, to help start and scale your business, or if you're simply looking for a place to remote or co-work out of, we're available for that as well.
Yep. Why has Trailhead been such a great place for you to run your startup?
You know, I really love Trailhead. It's a great place to interact with people. I get the experience of being able to have my own business and do my own thing on my own schedule, but I also have a group of people around that we can have water cooler conversations, and it's just a great space. It has a great vibe. Coffee's provided, great natural light. And so I was living in LA, and I lived in LA for 20 plus years. But since I've been back, I've really fallen in love with Boise. It has become a really great, vibrant community with a lot of different culture groups, and I really love seeing the growth and how it's kind of becoming a little burgeoning city that's got all sorts of entertainment and arts, and it just has a great vibe. I like it.
I came to Trailhead more than 4 years ago, and the community of people really attracted me. Also, the access to ideas is something that excites me. Getting to be part of other people's ideas and encourage them was something that was worthwhile. I've been in Boise nearly 30 years through 3 different major career changes. It is a very livable place for my family. I raised 4 kids here. The access to outdoor stuff, the access to indoor stuff, the access to libraries and educational activities for my children. It's just been a great place for the past 30 years.
We're leaving Trailhead Base Camp, the collaborative co-shared office space, and we're heading to Trailhead North. Private office spaces, conference rooms, and let's go check it out. Not just startup and tech companies that are doing well out here. Entrepreneurs of all types, business owners, small, medium, and large, are following their dreams and flourishing. Boise's a great place to call home, and if you guys haven't checked us out yet, you should. See you guys next time.
All right, today's show is about meeting the cast of the busiest city on the planet, the Big Apple. But before we do that, we're going to give you another local market update. Let's go check it out.
Today on this segment of American Dream, we're going to take a look at a fabulous North Boise foothills home that's in the mid $800,000 price range. And for starters, we're going to go to the 10 Barrel Brewery, where we are going to have some of their bill of fare and check it out. 10 Barrel Brewery is a company that is infused into the community and the urban environment in downtown Boise. They also support all kinds of things down here that make Boise great.
Look at
this.
This towering tower of nachos.
So now that you're talking, let me introduce you. This is Diana DeJesus.
Hi.
And Diana is an integral part of the Boise social media scene and just the Boise scene in general. Diana, tell us a little bit about what you do and how you do it.
Well, thank you, Ron, for having me here. So I have an Instagram page, a presence, that first started out in 2016 when I moved here, and it showcases a first-person perspective of life in Boise, including different places of exploration, like breweries like this. And I've been growing a mass following for the past 3 years, to now where I have resources for people who are local and who are also moving here.
So when somebody's looking for something to do,
yes,
what would they do? Go to your Instagram?
I would recommend they go to my page, they join my email list and know what's going on every week, and definitely explore some of the guides I've created. I give them a list of everything to do annually in Boise. So summertime, we have festivals, definitely type of brew fest that happen here. We have food festivals, we have cultural festivals. So looking to say, what can I do in August? I have plenty of those things listed.
So what do you love about Boise?
I love the charm where it's small town feel, where I get to know people in the community in different ways. And I also like the big city feel that it has. So that there's that great intersection. And it's safe, and it's welcoming, and it's just like, and all 4 seasons. I mean, come on. We have all types of things to do in every season. So where do you get that? I'm all here in the valley. So that's what I love most about Boise, is you get a taste of everything.
With all this food in front of us, it's been tempting us for a while. We're going to dig in and see what it's all about. It looks good, smells good. And then we're going to peel out and go up to a great listing up in the North Boise foothills. You'll love it. Stick with us. We've moved inside now of this beautiful one-level home. Features here include dark hardwood oak floors, beautifully done, finished in place, solid granite countertops, Bosch appliances, cherry cabinets, and this room is all open to the great room, which you can see if you look over here, the great room with the fireplace and floor-to-ceiling storage, all open to this formal dining room or informal eating area. Beautiful home. Wide open, leading down to a butler's pantry that features, again, solid granite countertops. A double door den with, again, the hardwood floors throughout the communal areas. Not to be outdone by this really nice laundry area with a deep sink, tile floors. This home is beautiful, folks. And then, of course, out to the garage from here, and we've got epoxy floors in the garage, which is a side-load 3-car garage is what we call it. So it's good looking from the street and also very functional. Thanks again for joining us today on American Dream. We're going to sign off. And by the way, who says it never rains in Boise? The sun went down, some rain came out, but we won't melt. We'll see you next time on American Dream.
I am so excited to show you this house today. So we're located on the Boise Bench, a mile from downtown. We're in an area of older homes. A lot of them have been renovated. This is one of them. This is my partner's listing. She is the queen of renovation. And she goes in here and remodels these, and I'm so excited to show you this home. Her design has actually brought this back to its 1950s glory, which is really, really fun. So she's kept the taste of the 1950s, but with a modern flair to it. So it's got 2 separate living areas. This is the living area that you first come into the home, and you come into this darling kitchen. And back in those days, they didn't have the really large kitchens. They were more of a galley kitchen, but great space. To this side, you've got an extra sink for the kitchen, and you've got your laundry room. And then you've got some great built-ins in here. Just a really, really fun home to be in. And we can go right into the dining area, and it's just fun with the colors, the brightness. You can enter down here. There's a basement, and we'll hit the upstairs bedrooms here in a moment, but we'll go downstairs, be able to come and look at the basement. And they kept the old brick, but just painted it and made it just fun, and a great bathroom. They just painted the brick on that and just kept that 1950s flair. Kelly, thank you for being here today. Kelly Allen is with Synergy One Lending, and she is my go-to girl in all lending needs that I have. And I just want to talk about some of the stuff, some of the products that you have that can help people. So many times I get clients that, like, they walk into here or first-time home buyers, and they're like, I don't even know if I qualify. And so what kind of products do you have out there for the different people?
Sure.
Available?
Well, that's super key, is getting qualified, right?
Yeah.
That's the first step. And a lot of buyers skip to looking at the home, finding the perfect home, and then go, oh shoot, now I need a loan. Really important to stress to people to talk with a lender, get qualified first. That way they don't fall in love with a home they can't afford, or that they, can't find the down payment for, that kind of thing. So, but for this type of home, really this is a great place. Conventional financing is kind of the most typical, right? So sometimes people think they have to have 20% down to go conventionally,
that's really
and that's a misconception. We do as little as 3-5% down all the time. So a conventional loan is a really good product for somebody with a little better credit scores, and can come up with that down payment. And then we also have FHA financing. There are some loan limits on FHA, so we just need to make sure that, based on the price of the home and the down payment they have, that they fit within an FHA guideline and limit too.
Yeah, so the main thing is get pre-qualified. Even though some people think they're not, and all of a sudden they're like, I qualify for a loan,
What I find a lot of times is people kind of are their own worst enemy, right? They think they can't qualify, and so they just don't want to even try. But then they come in and they're really surprised when they do. We also work with people who might not qualify today, but we can help them, tell them what to do, get them on track so they can be a buyer in 3 months, 6 months, a year, whenever.
Yeah, you've worked with several of my clients for over a year. You've given them and now they're in homes.
That's right, and nothing's greater than getting to the closing table with one of those people, right? Because they put in the work, they put in the time to do it, and we've helped them along the way. So
yeah, thank you, Kelly, so much for being here. She is my go-to girl for years and years, and explaining everything that helps for people to get into these loans and being able to purchase a house like this, or a house that their dream home.
Absolutely.
I totally appreciate it, and thank you for being here today. I really enjoyed showing you this house today and introducing you to Kelly Allen with Synergy One Lending, so she could show us how to purchase homes like this and learn a lot about lending, and be able to show you how these renovated homes in Boise are just so fun to move into and a great place to live. Thanks for being here.
All right, let's dive into our storyline. As a creator of the American Dream, this one really hits home with me. I love New York City. I used to live there. Today, what you're going to see are all the nooks and crannies, the neighborhoods that make this one of the most vibrant cities in the world. Let's go check out New York City right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, attention please. About to start the show. Better take your seats.
You're not just selling an apartment, you're selling a lifestyle.
It means so much to me to help build the community.
I can safely say I know pretty much everybody that will walk past here.
A neighborhood that's loaded with history. Brotherhood Synagogue, which dates back to 1859 and served as a stop on the Underground Railroad.
Soho, so unique, truly colonized by artists in the 1980s.
Very residential, has a very homey feel, and beautiful architecture like you'll see on these buildings.
I look forward to showing you those amenities. The building is cool as hell.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Bang, bang, boom.
I'm Alessia Andrade, your host for the American Dream New York.
She's really going to show us the heart of New York City.
Join me as I explore the most magical city in the world.
We're really going to show the entire city.
There's a lot more we want to show you.
Brooklyn, downtown, uptown, east side, west side, Harlem, Queens.
Welcome to the American Dream, New York. I now stand in front of another New York City landmark, the Oculus. Let's go inside. I am now inside the one and only, the Oculus. Let's check it out. As we leave the Oculus, you can see right across the street these hardworking people building the American dream as we speak. After the tragedy of 9/11, the changes to this area have truly been remarkable. This area has been memorialized and has been reestablished as one of downtown's hotspots.
Hi, it's David Rosen with Douglas Elliman Real Estate. Since 2012, each and every year, I've been recognized as one of the top real estate brokers by the Wall Street Journal here in New York City. I sell homes from Brooklyn through Harlem. Most of my clients come from a vast referral network. They include people in the entertainment industry, professionals like lawyers and doctors and research scientists, and we help them find their homes. Helping people find their dream home is my American dream. I love it when someone walks into a home and they can tell that this is where they're going to make their lives for the foreseeable future. It's also their most important asset, and I couldn't be more honored to help them.
I'm Steve Dawson.
And I'm Rob Varvera with Compass.
And we're here today in the West Village. I love this neighborhood. It's a quintessential New York neighborhood with townhouse blocks, cobblestone streets, and is one of the most protected landmark neighborhoods in the city. It really embodies old New York and is a great community.
And it is a great community that's really built around a lot of local spots. Some of my favorites are the Corner Bistro, the Waverly Inn, and Cafe Cluny. The West Village is about community, it's about family, it's about the fabric of the overall neighborhood.
The American dream to us is helping people find their place in the world. We've built a team of agents who really help and strive to make that dream come true for our clients. It's a real community and a family, and we want to show you this season what it's all about.
I'm Jeff Adler.
And I'm Marie Espinal, and we are the Espinal Adler team.
We're in the top 1% at Douglas Elliman here in New York City, and we've sold over $1 billion together of real estate in New York City.
And today we're bringing you to one of the most iconic neighborhoods in New York City, where arguably the American dream began. We're in Soho, currently on Crosby Street. So one of the reasons that makes Soho so unique and special to the American dream is that it all began in the 1950s and really truly colonized by artists in the 1980s. And you could buy a loft for as little as $30,000, $40,000, and it was essentially starving artists trying to achieve their own dreams. Right behind us at 30 Crosby, a unit just closed in October of 2019 for $8 million. And I think when you think about the trajectory of where the neighborhood started and where it is now, it defines the American dream.
Together we complete that puzzle for our customers, so when we do it successfully, when we do a close and we get to that table and we settle a deal and a transfer, it's really satisfying because we know that we've done right by them and we know they're going to be happy, and it sounds corny, but we really enjoy doing the right thing.
Tribeca is one of New York City's oldest neighborhoods, but it also contains some of the city's newest and tallest architecture. This hip, handsome area, known for its architecture and cobblestone streets, is also one of the city's most desirable neighborhoods, lined with trendy boutiques and world-famous restaurants.
Welcome to Tribeca. This is the neighborhood I call home. I've lived here for the past 15 years with my wife, my 5 kids, and I know this neighborhood like the back of my hand. There's not one street I don't know. I know everybody on the street, from the schools to the playgrounds. This is Tribeca, which is one of the most unique and special neighborhoods, and that's why I live here. My name is Danny Davis. I work for the Corcoran Group in New York City. I've been in the business for 25 years, have consistently ranked in the top 1% nationwide per the Wall Street Journal, have sold in excess of 1.4 billion in sales over my time in the industry, and I love what I do. Though I'm not a native New Yorker, I'm still a Philly boy in my heart. I have lived here for most of my adult life, since I was 18 years old. From my college days to where I am today. Married nearly 20 years, 5 kids later, and I live in my neighborhood of Tribeca, which has really become my American dream. There's nothing better for me when I meet that family or that individual who is looking for a neighborhood to live in. And when I actually find that perfect home, whether on market, off market, and I just see that smile on their face, and I know at that moment I've won.
Hi, I'm Matthew Mackay.
And I'm Ben Dixon.
And we're the Mackay-Dixon team at Douglas Elliman Real Estate.
We're also Real Trends Top 100 in New York.
And ranked in the top 1% of Douglas Elliman agents nationwide.
And today we're giving you a tour of Gramercy Park.
Right behind me is Gramercy Park, which dates back to 1832. It's one of Manhattan's only private parks, situated in a neighborhood that's loaded with history and amazing architecture.
Right behind me is 34 Gramercy Park East. The building is Renaissance revival with Victorian influences. Not only is it Manhattan's oldest cooperative building, it was also home to James Cagney and Margaret Hamilton, who was also known as the Wicked Witch of the West.
And right across the street from 34 Gramercy Park East is the Brotherhood Synagogue, which dates back to 1859 and served as a stop on the Underground Railroad. For many, the American dream means freedom and opportunity. For many others, it means the chance to own their own home.
At the Mackay-Dixon team, we help New Yorkers do just that by combining over 20 years of Manhattan real estate experience with our love for New York City.
Hey, it's Michael Shappett with Compass. I am Manhattan's former Realtor of the Year. My wife says former Realtor of the Year, who cares? And I say, once an Academy Award winner, always an Academy Award winner. We are on the Sea Glass Carousel down in Battery Park. This is a magical, romantic, whimsical sort of place that, quite frankly, is one of the secret hidden gems of Manhattan. Going here on a date, bringing a child here, it's just fun. I would encourage people to explore the hidden gems of Manhattan, find out what nobody knows about, and enjoy, take advantage. There's nobody here. Come on down.
Hi, my name is Richard Hottinger from the Corcoran Group. I'm here to introduce you to one of my favorite neighborhoods, Flatiron. It is what the real center of New York is. You are 10 minutes from the best locations, best restaurants that are not already located here. Historically, this has been a celebrity hotspot. You've had celebrities like Jennifer Lopez, lives 1 block away. You have Giselle and Tom Brady right down the street here. You also have Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos, who bought here recently at a $53 million price tag. You can understand why the desire of this. It's very residential, has a very homey feel, and beautiful architecture like you'll see on these buildings, and mixed with some of the most amazing skyscrapers in New York. New York City is one of the fastest paced cities in the world. You don't experience the energy or any of the experiences that you do anywhere else. I grew up in Switzerland. It's a very different climate over there. It's very slow moving and very calm. New York has provided me with the experience and opportunities to make me thrive. I'm so grateful to live in New York. I wouldn't change it for any other city in the world.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh.
Good evening, American Dream. Thank you so much for taking this journey with me through New York City, pursuing my American dream.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
As I sit here in this cozy igloo at Rockefeller Center, one of the most iconic holiday landmarks in the entire world, I realize that pursuing the American dream is about helping others achieve their goals and aspirations, whatever they may be. Thank you for taking this journey with me, your host Alessia, through New York City, pursuing my American dream. Good evening, happy holidays, and see you next time.
Over the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride on a sleighing song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh.
Follow us this season as we showcase the brokers in New York City. There's a lot more we want to show you.
I'm gonna do it right. Gonna step on in and make the moment. That's right. You better get in line. I'll be the first to fight now that I have spoken and knock you out. Gonna make it burn. Gonna throw it down. 'Cause this time I'm on fire, fire, oh, fire, fire, oh, fire,
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode of The American Dream and highlighting your own neighborhood. Look, when we started this show, it was about combating negative media. And we did that with real stories, not a reality show, but a real show highlighting real estate, lifestyles, neighborhood, culture. Hope you enjoyed today, and you can be ready for a great year of 2020, highlighting neighborhoods all across the country with this positive message. Thank you to our viewers. Thank you to our sponsors. That's all for today. Cheers, The American Dream, and we'll see you next week.